Hello and welcome back to VenturePoint. 3 people this week. We don't have Tom today. He is unfortunately busy, not able to make it, but we have our 3 here. So we will get going straight away. I don't have professional intros, so straight in we go. As we left our group last time, they each awoke in their various taverns to the soft pittering of rain on their windows. On approach to the town hall, the party found not just Tenacity waiting there. Aside her was Vossa, who had now recovered from the crash and was ready to rejoin the group. They were all formally briefed on the next job, to take the piece of wreckage they'd found across to the city of Wavemeet and hand it to the Aeronaut's sister branch there. Taking the city's teleport circle as transport, the group were greeted on the other end by Hamita of the Wavemeet Aeronauts Guild, who'd received a garbled message from Sarah at the Aetherfall branch ahead of time, and came to meet them with a small air skiff. Hamita asked the group to help her deal with the cause of the garbled transmissions. A large piece of debris that had landed north of Wavemeet on the day of the crash in Aetherfall. But as these discussions continued, Vossa and Kaelin had their own private breakthrough for their shared situation. Later, when approaching the crash site, both Vossa and Kaelin heard a repeated and garbled message of help in their minds, but still managed to drive off a pack of wild axebeaks for long enough to allow Hamita to disable the debris. And after a short bit of shopping, when they returned to town, we rejoin the group as they gather again, ready to board the airship that will take them home. Alright. So as I recall, Kaelin, you'd taken Xenophilius down to the main body of the town to find a new weapon, I believe.
Yeah.
Well, we bought.
What did you
I
get?
bought a crossbow.
Yes. A
Because
light
I was
crossbow,
not-
which is now toting, I imagine. Yeah.
Is he big enough to carry it?
He's big enough to carry crossbow.
I don't know.
It's a struggle though, right?
It is a light crossbow, so it's like a smaller.
He is a fairy. He already breaks enough like physics that he can shrink at will and just
Okay,
hover and fly. He's allowed to have a crossbow.
making a little joke, but it's clearly hitting that.
Have you ever heard of short man syndrome?
Whoops. Let's get rid of that. There we go. All right. Vossa, was there anything that you might have bought in town while you're here, do you think?
So I got some arrows, but I believe they were put on my character sheet last week.
I'm not sure. I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure they were.
I can't remember adding them, but it's possible. So
No,
checking.
I added them.
Okay, cool. All right.
Because you said like 2 gold pieces for 20.
Yes, I think
Yeah,
that's the
I'm up
price I
to
found.
26. So.
Cool. All right. Was there anything else? No.
Not for me.
All right. Cool.
Wait, is there enough time for me to get health potion of sorts?
Yes, you can do that here. There's no state of emergency, so you're able to find. Those are sold because this is so much further north. There's a lot more sort of, and it's right by a large forest as well to its east. There are a lot of like little stalls and stuff that sell potions at standard prices. Let me see if I can pull up standard price. I can't remember if it's 25 or 50 for basic potions.
How much is an electrum?
25 for a lowest tier potion.
So that's like a regular potion of healing.
Oh no, in fact 50 for a potion of healing, sorry.
Oh.
I think there are some other potions that might go down to 25.
What is an
I'm
electrum?
gonna buy 1 potion of healing.
All right.
I've put it on my sheet.
I'm
Cool.
gonna buy 2 because nervous. Yeah.
This is an electro.
Electrum, you won't need to bother with just yet.
So that's not. That's not
Sorry,
like
I moved from my mic.
That's all right.
so. Gold doesn't go into electro.
It could, but most likely you're not going to see Electrum in most places. Most places it's just the standard copper, silver, gold, platinum.
Is a platinum better than? How many gold is in a platinum?
Thankfully for D&D, at least for those 4, copper, silver, gold and platinum, 10 of the lower go into 1 of the upper. So 10 copper into a silver, 10 silver into a gold, 10 gold into a platinum. Electrum is the only one that's different.
Okay. I'm just gonna buy 1 Potion of Healing.
Alright. So yeah, 50 gold per potion that you want to buy. And there are enough stalls that are selling those for you guys to grab that amount, I'd say. Alright. Cool. I'll have a chat with Tom before he joins us next to see whether he'd grab any while he's here. Alright. So, yeah, you finish up your shopping and head back up the cliff. And you can see there's a hubbub of activity aboard the airship again. You can see a crew be sort of up in the rigging and such. And on the side of the deck, you can actually see Hamita looking out and around for you guys. And as she spots you, she does sort of give you a big wave.
Hello.
Hello down there. Would you like to come on up? We're nearly ready.
Head on up.
Hello.
Hello.
All right. As you step aboard, you can see Apocalypse is there as well. She is currently up by the engine on the upper level. So the ship itself is sort of tiered to the lowest section in the middle, which is where you board on from. There is a step above that's like a couple of steps up, and another set above at the front and back again. So there's 5 like platforms, if you will, on the ship. And she's up at the back working on this big engine that seems to be attached, driving a couple of fans on the side of the ship that keep it up in the air. There's like a plume of steam that just sort of jets out every so often, releasing pressure. She gives you a nod from up there, and yeah, Hamilton comes over to greet you. All right, we're nearly ready to go. Are you all good for the travel?
I'd say so.
All right. I'm afraid we don't have bunks per se, or that many rooms. To be honest, you may need to share a cabin, but we can at least provide you transport. That's usually a lot more expensive.
Do you have a matchbook about an inch wide? I could just hide in that in someone's pocket.
One thing I'll probably say, just to avoid, too much of that, you can probably hold that shrunken form for about, I'd say about 10 minutes. So you wouldn't be able to take a short or long rest in a matchbox, but
All right, fine.
yeah, playing our magic is a bit weird like that.
I don't sleep, so I won't be needing a room. I don't sleep much anyway.
All
How
right.
long's the journey?
We're hoping, provided all is well, a few days.
Need a few hours here and there.
Amen.
All right. If we could then, everyone, if we could. And she sort of looks around, and the crew are just sort of barging up about. You can see a couple laughing in the back. just to each other. Everyone not really paying much attention. Vossa and Kaelin, you notice out of the corner of your eye, up by the engine, Apocalypse is listening, hears this, looks around, rolls her eyes, and from, like, she's wearing this, like, thick workman's coat, black, obviously, and from beneath it, she pulls out a device that looks like a metal tube protruding from her hand. Just points it in the air, and there is a loud bang. And everyone looks around, and she just places. And you can see that everyone starts sort of snapping to step and making themselves ready to leave. Hamita sort of clasps her hands together. Apocalypse makes her way down. It's like, we're all finished. Good luck on the trip. And gives Hamita a little bit of a fist bump before going down the ramp off the ship. All right. Please, if you'd follow me, I'll get you below decks and show you where you'll be staying.
All right, I guess we'll head off as a group.
Let me know if you can hear any background noise coming from me. Okay. I have a person playing guitar and singing next door now. So if that,
Lovely.
I'll mute myself if it becomes.
Get down from the cat tower.
Excuse me, child. Yeah, so just let me know.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Can't hear it, so. All right. But yeah, she leads you below decks, and it's cramped. Like this is very clearly sort of functional stairs as opposed to luxurious ones. So it's a little bit of a tight squeeze to get up and down this little staircase. And you note fairly quickly that the amount of space, because she takes you down a couple decks, so you can see like there's a long stretch on the first deck, and about half as much on the deck below that, which is where you are being placed for the journey. And she leads you to a small room, probably about maybe, you'd say 10 feet by 15 feet, so about 3 by 2 on a square grid. This is the only real space. It's not being used for cargo at the minute. So we've had some cushions brought for you. You can see there's a couple of like cushions and blankets and stuff on the floor. I apologize, it's not much better than that, but needs must, and we'll see what else we can scrounge once we get going.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's all
How
right.
do bunnies sleep? Do they like?
That is a detail that I have not put together. So you have a.
Would you make like a
Hey Siri,
fort?
how do rabbits sleep?
I think they loaf like cats do.
I'm pretty sure they live like cats, but like on the ground.
Are we going to have Wildstorm and Vossa just loafing?
Wildstorm is probably going to stay just sleeping for most of the journey. He seemed all right on the air skiff, but I think now it's sort of sinking in. Oh yeah, this is a long trip by ship. You know. And also, I don't want to have to to control him if need be.
So, because rabbits are prey animals, they normally like, oh my god, what is she doing?
Face on my book because she never gets any attention. So
Oh, obviously.
So attention starved, poor baby. Can't believe you just ignore her all the time. Yeah, they're prey animals, so they normally like sleeping together. So I'm sure Vossa will probably just be quite happy to like
Tuck up.
cuddle up. Maybe Xenophilius, you and I.
He does have quite a beard.
Yeah.
There we go.
Wildstorm is entirely coated in fur, so nice and toasty as well.
He's a predator animal, though, isn't he? He's a tabaxi.
Yeah, I suppose he is a cat.
She may feel uncomfortable.
Entirely
Whereas
up to you.
Xenophilius is a tiny
Harmless.
man.
I think is the term.
Mostly harmless, man. I mean, he's lost his mind.
Also, for some reason, imagine Xenophilius sleeping in like the fetal position. I don't know why.
The wings kind of curl up around him like a cocoon.
He doesn't. Well, like a bat. Be a bat.
Oh my
No.
No, I hate that.
I feel like he would wake up upside down and not really understand how.
Like, how is he staying upside down? Is he like knees curled over like that? He's just
He'll find like some sort of like something in the rafters and just sort of hook his feet around.
He's got special shoes that like, oh my gosh.
He just has pink slippers, pink bunny slippers. Yeah, I think Hannah. I just wanted to clarify. Does everyone know that he only has one eye?
No.
I don't think you've really made that clear. No.
It's gonna be a.
Well, Vossa has both of her eyes.
So he's got a monocle because he doesn't. He's lost an eye.
So it's a solid monocle.
That he lost.
Yeah. Well, because it's hiding it. So
it's a monocle eye patch.
Yeah, it's like green glass covering it, and he does, like, if you look on his portrait, he does have a scar on his arm, on his eye.
Will we find out how he lost his eye?
Who knows?
Okay.
Xenophilius, will you spin us a tale?
Not today. I need to check with Alex to make sure that it's okay.
Like yes, please.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
I need to make sure it works in the background. So, all right. So, Hamida will sort of just let you free into the room to explore it, and as she does, you hear like from up on the top deck, and there is a sudden shift as the ship begins to move. It's like a faint lurch, and you can then begin to note, oh yes, we are definitely making way now. And I was like, if you'll excuse me, I need to be topside handling the engine. Please feel free to explore. Take your time however you need aboard. We do have a galley on the floor above. Short, small one, but you can make some food there, or if there's share food going, you can grab some.
Let's get into trouble.
Oops, that's not very hilarious.
And Hamid sort of gives you a short bow and makes her way elsewhere. Wildstorm just yawns, stretches, and curls up in the corner.
Did we eat food when we were in the town?
I imagine.
Did we roll
up to you, most likely.
We ate food.
Yeah, let's
no,
do that.
I feel like that's something that you would know.
No, can we roll? I want to roll.
Why do you want...
because I was gonna say, can we have gotten food, but then I didn't, and now I want to see
if you want to spend a little bit of extra money, I'm happy to say that you got food. That's the minuscule details.
No. I want to roll to see if we're gonna go make havoc in the kitchen area.
Okay.
Only for 10 minutes.
Yeah. I'll need
I
to
don't know
figure that
what
out.
is going on with my French
Kaylin
today.
is not above theft at all.
Sorry?
Kaylin is not above theft.
Xenophilius could be.
Mm.
No one knows his morals.
Least of all, Xenophilius.
He knows,
Uh,
does he?
Should we just go up to the kitchen?
See what's
Let's
absolutely
let's
can.
have a snack.
You can cause chaos whether you've had food or not. You know.
That's true.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just feeling like something sweet now. Maybe I just want a little dessert.
Bunny bun.
Bunnies are known for their love of sweets,
Yeah,
obviously.
Obviously, yeah.
there's what
Yeah.
children's stories about stealing sweet
Chocolate
buns.
actually comes from bunnies in this world.
That's why there are those like candy lollipops that are shaped like carrots.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So-
Well, chocolate comes from bunnies in this world.
Sorry.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. I was gonna say, are you adding lore that I don't know?
We'll make them Swiss instead of Dutch, and make them chocolatiers. No, kidding.
Oh dear. If you make your way up to the kitchen area, it is a small little galley bench that you find sort of halfway down the upper deck. It's about maybe 10 feet long total. It's not big. You gather this ship is usually not intended for long journeys, just from the size of the kitchen alone. It's more for if you need to make a snack while you're out overnight and then come back to shore, you know? So it's a small galley bench. No one is currently at it. And there, give me an investigation check, either of you,
Okie dokie.
or both. You know,
Wait, who's the either?
you or Vossa.
Oh,
I
can't find investigation. I've got a +1.
I've
What
got
do you-
a. I feel like I'm better. So why don't I look and you help me?
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, where's Kate?
Where is it?
Good question. Are you involved in this as well?
All
All right. Cool.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
You can make a
I'm
separate
involved.
investigation check if you'd like, Kaylin.
Yeah, please do, Xenophilius. Whoa, Kaylin, damn. girl.
So, Kaylin, you watch as Vossa and Xenophilius essentially tear this galley bench to pieces, looking in every nook and cranny, like the benches, the shelves, the jars, the drawers. But like they end up jamming them, can't get them open, that sort of thing. You peer round to the side to a doorway that's ajar next to the room, and all of the food stocks are in there.
I think she probably will just look them both in the eyes, say nothing, but be quite smug. Just sort of gesture. Having just watched them fumble around.
Yeah, you just let it happen, and then as soon as they stop, you just go, yep.
Can I make a new investigation check for some dessert?
You
Specifically looking in the place that Kaylin just found.
Yes, you can, but I will say this room is fairly small and tight packed in amongst all the boxes, so you won't be able to really. You probably wouldn't be able to get someone in there to help you. However,
That's fine.
you do have.
Oh, fucking hell.
Have you worked out how physics work?
How physics works.
So if he eats an apple small, yeah, and
Like
he's
a
full,
giant apple, yeah? To him
and he's
at that
full
point.
eating
Yeah.
an apple,
Yep.
and when he becomes big, is he still full?
I have not figured out that physics yet. Are you trying to break the physics of the game
Is it
already?
inside of him? and clearly his clothes shrink as well with him. So the magic would
Yes.
would go on.
If he ate while he was small, he would probably be full when he got back out
Okay.
of it. You know?
In which case, Xenophilius is going to find an apple,
Okay.
which is going to last
Oh my
him.
god, don't be a dick. Don't be a dick and eat a tiny bite of an apple. Then it'll go bad and no one else can eat it.
You'll put it in his pocket. We'll
It'll
keep-
go bad and brown. Let me
Oh, no.
find a dessert and then you can have a tiny bite
No,
of
no.
my
So
dessert.
he'll take a
and
bite.
then
He'll have a meal of it. Place
How-
it down.
How did things get this chaotic? Just giving you guys access to a kitchen.
Well, we've never seen
Keelan, can
Xenophilius
you
eat
please
before.
find dessert for me?
So could
gonna
I
leave.
technically? Okay, I think I've realised I've just broken the game, so we're not going to do this.
Okay.
Because what I could do
Oh my
is,
god.
is in any sort of like if I find a diamond, for example, and if I was to hold the diamond, shrink and then grow, it's now a much more valuable diamond.
No, that's not how the magic
Wait, no,
would
wouldn't
work.
it just return back to normal size?
It would just return back to normal size. So the magic would only really apply to anything you are wearing, which is why anything that is attached or inside your bag will, be the same size. However, A, you could not fit a large diamond inside your bag when you are small. B, it would not apply to any item that might break the game. You know?
Why? Because Alex said so.
Yeah, essentially. I'm pretty sure we could look through all of the books and see if there is an official answer to that. I don't think there is.
I think there is because this is a proficiency or trait I got from Thingy.
That doesn't mean they were specific about it.
Yeah.
Yes, Fey passage is what we're referring to, and I'm pretty sure that. So we could probably work it out.
Kaylin, can you please investigate some dessert for me?
Gladly. Are we expecting any staff or, are we going to get caught? Is my worry. Kaylin is not above stealing, but she doesn't want to get caught.
No, I thought that we were told that we could...
Hamata did say, help yourself.
I mean... Is there like a... you expected to help yourself just enough? Because, I'm, again, not above just going all out.
You can make me an insight check if you want. To see if you can read what she meant by it.
I could also do that because I'm very insightful.
I feel like you're not thinking... I feel like you're not thinking about that right now, Vossa. You're just hungry for dessert.
Think out loud.
Hmm?
Did you voice those concerns to the rest of us?
No, I didn't do it in a funny voice.
No, Kaylin.
Oh.
I would have probably voiced the getting caught thing.
But not the helping yourself.
So, I think it's fine.
Okay, well, fuck it. Let's look for some dessert. Oh.
You don't find much in the way of sugars or sweets in all of the crates that you hunt through. It's all like salt-dried jerkies and nuts and things that are like hardtack that won't go off.
Any dried fruit?
That's probably the closest you'd find, but you'd only find like a small box of them with that
I'll
check.
take a couple bits of dried fruit. That's
Yeah,
fine.
I want a little tub of raisins or whatever they are.
Raisins.
As a dried fruit.
It is,
It
yeah.
is a dried fruit, right?
Yeah, probably there would be, yeah. Cool. Anything else you're doing, or are you just literally raiding the larder?
Raiding the larder, see what's about. You're nosy.
Yeah.
Was there any reason why we couldn't just ask for some food?
It's more fun this way. I
Uh,
felt mistress.
you do find a couple of people do walk past while you're rifling through the cupboard. They don't seem to pay you any mind because people do tend to feed themselves when they're hungry.
We're just being sneaky.
For no reason.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not trying to be particularly sneaky about it. I'm just like really stupid. Apparently. Yeah, no, I'll take a couple bits of dried fruit.
Yeah. Probably as the people walk past and just don't seem to bother, you realise you guys are allowed to do this. So.
I mean, we're probably not allowed to make a mess of the kitchen, which is what we did do. We probably should have.
Yeah, there is an eyebrow raised at the state of the little galley.
Can we like tidy it up?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
you can
roll
take some time
tidy
to
it
tidy it up. You don't need to roll for that. You can just take time to do it.
Wanted to get into some mischief, but now wants to tidy.
7. I didn't tidy it up very well.
What skill though?
Yeah, what are you rolling?
Yeah.
I mean,
There is one. Oh dear. Oh, generally, roll when I prompt you for them. Yeah. Oh, I get it. It's fun, but.
Did you, Xenophilius? Did you want to be tiny and take a little bite out of my dried fruit?
oh, I've got my own raisins.
Yeah. He's eating like a single raisin, which is like the size of a
I'm saying
melon
he's got a small tub of raisins. He's gonna eat normal size,
Okay, cool.
and he's a small person, so he's fine having, like it's like a bowl of raisins. Okay, it's not.
Yeah.
That's
It's not
a lot
like-
of raisins. You're gonna be shitting.
Well,
No, that's dates. Never mind.
Yeah, that is dates.
Oh.
having some fried grapes.
Fried grapes.
Dried.
Dried. Sorry, I thought you said fried. Oh, VenturePoint culinary episode, everyone.
Fried grapes.
How do you actually
Like-
dry?
Is
Like
there
fried pickles, but worse.
is there any wine?
With your initial investigation check, I will say you did spot a few cases of wine up towards the top of the shelving.
Uh-oh.
Sorry?
I've never really considered whether Kaylin drinks, but
I mean, she would have to if she doesn't barely sleep. Yeah.
she doesn't need to sleep. It's not that she struggles to sleep.
Yeah, but if she doesn't need to, you'd want to do something during it.
There are so many other things you can do that aren't drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Do you mind?
Oh, she's stuck now.
Oh dear. Cool, but yeah, there is wine if you want to grab any.
Did we fancy some wine?
What did you say?
Kaylin, I imagine, would point it out at that point.
Yeah.
Might as well. Some wine.
I feel like.
I mean, if you guys are
Wildstorm
having
would be
wine, I'll have some wine.
We'll get some Wildstorm, some warm milk.
on- he likes
Bold of you to assume Wildstorm wouldn't have more wine than the rest of you.
Well, we're trying to help him out.
You've just decided on an intervention for him.
Yeah, a silent intervention.
Oh dear. How much wine are you taking then? Because you can see quite a few cases up on this shelving.
When you say cases,
We're talking wooden little cases of 6 bottles of wine each. And you're probably looking... It's a few days' travels, relatively sized crew. Probably looking at 7, 8 cases.
I'd be fine with one.
yeah.
I think just one bottle would be fine.
Yeah. You can see in places there's, some already missing from some of the cases. So it's not like that
We
all
can
full
always get
cases.
some more.
Yeah.
Oh Christ.
Alright.
Much later. Yeah, I think just like one bottle's probably fine, to be honest.
All right. Yeah. Whoever wants to add that to their inventory, they can, unless you're going to drink it straight away.
I mean, I assumed we were just going to drink it straight away.
Drink it straight away. Okay. How often do you each drink?
So Vossa would have had some wine at the fancy dinners.
True. Okay.
That's it.
Zenith-
Maybe like she's like had some ale at an inn like a handful of times.
Yeah, probably a few times at this point. Yeah. Xenophilius, you're usually on cafe, aren't you?
He's been known to.
Okay.
I would say he probably drinks enough to go to sleep every night. Maybe. I don't know.
So like a little shot every night, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And Kaylin. Yeah.
I've never really thought about this. I mean, she never went and joined Wildstorm for a drink.
Wait, I thought they did what?
I don't remember her joining Wildstorm for a drink.
Would she have had wine back home or alcohol back
They're
home?
Well, that's a good point. There probably wouldn't have been. Well, there would have been, but it would maybe have been a bit more ceremonial, because it probably would have been hand brewed by one of the people in your home, and
Yeah, she's probably not the most experienced when it
okay.
comes to drinking.
Given all of that, then, and Xenophilius' age, Kaylin and Xenophilius, give me Constitution saving throws.
Yeah.
Vossa, as we established, I think, because wine is most of what you've had, this is, fairly par for course for you, so. Xenophilius tanks it like a boss, apparently. Kaylin,
We're going to switch characters for a bit.
it's been a little while since you've had alcohol, and this isn't much. You've had more in the past, but that was when you perhaps were home and drinking a bit more.
Was it supposed to be Constitution roll or Constitution save?
It was supposed to be Constitution save. Do you have any bonus to Constitution save? Because we can just add it.
Is that the number underneath?
You have. She doesn't.
Oh wait, did I? Oh yeah, no, I don't.
No, that's fine. So yeah, it's a 3. You're not drunk, but you're getting tipsy from this. It just kind of hits you in the wrong light, and you know that the ship has been going up as well. So you started drinking at a higher altitude than normal.
Which does things. It's weird. I have drunk at like quite a high altitude when I was travelling, and
yeah,
it affects you. Not much quicker.
Law reason, Xenophilius flies, so he's used to being in high altitudes.
He would actually. Yeah. He would very much. From home, yeah.
Can we just say that altitudes are fucky in the Feywild?
I mean, they are, but... I
mean, to be fair, she would have been quite high up in the cavern. I don't know if that makes it...
Still below ground.
Okay, fair.
More to the point, Vossa, I think, would probably have been drinking a bit more regularly than this, and more wine than anything, so...
Great.
Yeah. Alright, so, Kaylin, take whatever you want to do next, a little bit drunk.
I really want some wine now.
Not allowed any wine for a bit.
That's a rule you've put on yourself.
Yeah, with some Pepsi. Based on wine.
Oh dear. Alright. No one stops you taking the wine or the thing, and obviously Wildstorm, probably seeing that you've got wine, disappears from the room for a bit and comes back with another full bottle of wine that he continues to have 2/3 of.
Cheers. I'll drink to that.
Yeah, basically. I'm not going to make rolls for him, given that he drinks so much on a regular basis, I feel like he could probably sniff out alcohol from a mile away. So, cool. Hamita does come back at this point to just check on you guys. Is everything all right? I know the altitude change can be a little bit disorienting.
Everything's fine, even though some of us are playing a poor display.
Kalen's just sort of like swaying.
Oh, are you all right? I can get you some water, or...
She even respond. Let me just nod awkwardly. With a slight giggle.
All right, I will be back. All right, and she disappears. Quickly brings back like a small glass of water. And hands it over to...
takes a drink, and some of it just goes straight down.
She sort of like and just like puts a hand on your shoulder and helps you lift the glass up.
It's like when you go to the dentist and your mouth is numb and then they get you to drink and you're like, thanks.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Probably best you rest for a while.
Could I ask, sorry, Hannah, can you just give a description of what Kalen looks like? Because I cannot remember.
Don't roll 20 at the bottom.
Her roll 20 has an image, but she is a wood elf with longish, in fact fairly long, dark brown hair, with a sort of a plait, over her fringe, and a sort of like a green travel cowl.
Cool. I can't see a picture on Roll20, and I don't have individual people in my handout.
Ah, right. I will. Yeah, after this, I'll send you.
Because I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she's a.
Because
I think it's in character chat. Yeah. No, it's not in character.
No, it's in the organization chats behind the scenes, I think. Yeah, we'll sort that out after stream, I think. But cool. she's a wood elf.
Cool. I'm gonna carry on drinking.
Okay. If you're gonna finish off the rest of the stuff that Wildstorm brought up, you can then make me a Constitution saving throw, because that's a bit more than
hell yeah
you'd usually have had, and now you're even higher at altitude. Still fine.
Bossa the bossa.
Mm-hmm.
I've just sent a picture in.
Cool.
Oh, in general, yeah.
Oh, cool.
He's cool.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, Hamilton's just like, okay, probably best to get some rest. If there's anything I can get for the rest of you, please do let me know, or one of the rest of the crew. We're no service vessel, but we do have things on hand. And she'll make her way back up to the top deck.
Can I bother someone for some bread?
You probably would have found a fair amount of bread as you were scrapping through the...
Just like some bread and butter.
Are you specifically wanting to bother someone, or...?
No, if I can find it myself, then...
Yeah, you can grab like a bit of bread and...
just based on my horrific investigation rolls. Previously, I didn't want to assume. That's fine.
Even on a terrible investigation roll, you'll find the stuff that's readily presented and available. So.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just have some nice bread and butter.
Yeah.
Maybe have some water. Have a little nap time.
In your room or in the kitchen?
In my room.
Okay, in the room.
I'll we'll take it back to my little corner with some cushions and just be like.
Alright, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so if there's nothing else, the day will essentially pass. The ship itself keeps travelling. through the night. There's different shifts of crew that will keep it going, which is why it's estimated to only be a few days' travel. But you guys can rest and take a long rest if you like. Kaylin, you probably sober up before you go to bed, given the time that you were drinking at. So you're not going to come up with a hangover or anything in the morning. Cool. The next morning arises as you're sort of not awoken, but you begin to hear again the sort of faint pat of rain on the deck this time. It's not the same rain as you encountered before. If any of you go up to the deck, you're nowhere near Aetherfall yet. In fact, let me give you guys a map. There we go. And I'll give the gift of map to the stream as well. Okay. So from Wavemeet, probably during the course of the night, you'll have travelled a fair while. And probably what wakes you, actually, so to some of you, most likely Kaylin, because you sleep less, you awake to the sound of the rain. What wakes everyone else up, and Kaylin, you hear this as well, is a loud, echoed bang from the distance.
What did you say that you cut out? A loud what?
A loud bang.
Oh.
From the distance.
Okay. Is that the same bang as when we left?
No, it's a different kind. This is more of a deep rumbling bang as opposed to the sharp crack of the thing that Apocalypse had.
Right.
Do we have any idea what it is?
You wouldn't really have any context down here.
Well, let's head on up.
Okay. As you make your way up to the deck, you can see there is a town within vision. It looks to be a smaller one. Just sort of like a on the coast, little seaside town with one very tall, very wonky tower in the centre. Nothing else seems amiss as far as you can see.
All right.
And the rest of the crew just seem to be getting on with their daily.
Panicked.
No one looks particularly panicked, no. Except for Hamita, who sort of joins you.
You heard the bang too?
I witnessed the bang. It seems to be nothing to worry about. It's an odd one, to be sure, but the crew assure me that this is usual for Tavernsby. And in fact, should happen again in another couple of minutes.
Why? You know what it is? Haylen's been to Tavernsby. Can she add any?
Oh, is that on the list of places that you've been?
Yes.
Okay, Kaylin. This does not surprise you then. But I feel like in character you just wait until it happened again to let everyone else experience it.
Oh yeah, we'll go with that. That sounds fun.
Yeah, given what happened in the galley kitchen.
Or is this? Yeah.
Yeah. So, as you guys watch, a couple of minutes pass, and Hamita sort of approaches the side of the ship and beckons for you to come over as well, and points towards the tower in the centre. A couple of minutes pass, and you see one of the walls of this tower explode outwards. Bricks, mortar, everything fly outwards at speed in a spray across the city, and then stop midair and rebuild themselves back into the tower.
What on earth were those?
Why?
A local mage, apparently, his experiments are apparently a little bit chaotic. So he's
Chaotic, you say?
enchanted the tower to repair itself. I'm afraid we won't be staying. We don't have a dockyard arranged in Tavernsby like we do in Aetherfall, but we can view from a distance and experience this odd.
Do you know
I
the
don't think
name of the maid?
being up on deck and being in the air and seeing everything. No. So she's going to go back into our quarters and hide in the pillows again.
All right. So yeah, Vossa retreats back down. What were you saying, Xenophilius, as well?
What's the name of the mage? I would like to meet them someday, maybe.
I'm honestly not sure. From what I could pick up, they're fairly reclusive, so they don't tend to be in the public eye.
Halen, no?
No one in Tavernsby knows, except for the council, who obviously allow him to have this tower in the middle of town.
Would Audrey know?
No, I don't think. Did you have? I can't remember. This technically is a character that has been met in a previous campaign, but I can't remember which. I don't think it was yours.
Oh, okay. Because
Yeah.
my first...
I don't think it's the mage you met, no.
My first thought was, oh my god. Ethan?
No. Audrey would know, it's not.
Yeah.
Vossa has no idea, doesn't care,
Vossa,
stay inside.
she's like, okay, I'm going back. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Maybe grab some more bread on her way back.
Yeah, comfort bread. I can get behind it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Xenophilius and Kaelin, you witness this explosion happen over and over again as you pass this region until you get out of earshot. Sorry?
Xenophilius will definitely try and find the best place to watch the chaos and just enjoy it.
Yeah.
And sort of have the same response that Audrey's had to her cat.
Hello, explosion!
Yeah.
When I start unleashing fireballs on you in the future levels, I hope you have the same reaction.
Yeah. Good boy.
No, it's probably about an hour that you're within proper earshot for it. You can still see it exploding in the distance on occasion as you get out of earshot from it. But yeah, you pass Tavernsby along fairly early in the morning of the second day. Or the first day of proper travel, even.
Cool.
Alright. What I will say is, at any point, I do encourage any of my players to take other players aside if you want to talk about anything. If there's anything like that you'd like to do while you're on this travel, then please let me know. Otherwise, I will fast forward through the travel until anything important happens. Okay?
I would probably be checking in with Kaelin every now and again to see if they've experienced anything.
Yeah. I'm happy for you to sort of take Kaelin aside, find a small private space at some point.
I mean, I'm assuming we don't experience anything else.
Entirely up to you.
Do we? You're the DM.
Well, what are you doing? Are you just going and having a chat in the cupboard? In which case, have a chat and I'll let you know. You don't unless you specifically try. You don't experience any other headaches.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do anything. Okay. I just maybe when we pass a city, did you get anything? You know, that sort of thing. Just checking in.
No, you wouldn't have experienced anything. All right. Cool. Towards the end of the second day, then, you're sort of approaching past the forest here, and you're told that you're going to be sort of coming round to Bricklewhite in the next couple of hours. And so the ship comes over a cloud bank, and you're not able to see the ground for a while. Vossa and Kaelin, you begin to hear a strange sound from up on deck. Almost like singing.
Just us two.
Yeah. With your passive perceptions, you'd pick this up.
Okay, so it's not related to the net.
I am going to point it out to Xenophilius and Wildstorm and be like, can you guys hear that?
I can hear the sound of the wind, nothing else. Wait, actually, can I? No, you would have said. Yeah.
Now that they've pointed it out, you can make a perception check to see if you hear it.
Perception. Deception.
Perception.
What is it?
Oh, I think right. Did it go through?
With a 17, yes.
Yeah,
with that, you do start to hear this strange sound.
What is melody?
Yeah,
What is this melody?
Can we hear
Sorry, what
words
did you say, Simon?
You can't hear words or specifics. It seems to just be sort of tuneful. You know?
Yeah.
Can we see where it's coming from?
I figure you guys are probably travelling in your cabin unless you specify otherwise.
Oh, I thought we were going to go up.
Yeah, if you go up, you can. Yeah.
Yeah, so I want to go up and see if I can see.
Okay. Give me a second and I will move you guys. I don't know if I've got the right token.
Oh, no, it's not a siren, is it?
You're not sure.
It sounds very much like a siren.
Like, what kind of siren are we talking about? We talk like an ambulance siren or...
No, we're talking about a mythical siren.
Okay.
Like a weird chicken leg thing. Sing.
Chicken leg.
Or is this more of a snake style siren? I don't know what the D&D siren
is. It is very gay after all.
Right, give me a second and I will head up here, move you guys. There. Okay. So yeah, as the ship sails over this cloud bank, which you should be able to see now, and I think you've got tokens in sight.
Yeah.
Cool. Just check that you can move all your tokens. You can see the crew sort of... Hamita seems to be asleep at this point. She's on her off shift. Someone else is currently manning the engines and just checking them. Who's the guy up at the back here? Over here. But you can hear this music all around. Wordless, tuneful music.
Can you do a little rendition?
No. You can't see the map.
Yeah, Hannah's black. Hannah's page is black.
Oh. Right, not giving your token vision. I haven't.
Thank you.
There you go. Cool. Alright. I need all three of you to give me... I think I need to pull up the thing. I want to say a wisdom saving throw.
Definitely a wisdom save.
I'm getting there. Yes, a wisdom saving throw.
Fantastic.
Whoa! Double nat 20s over here. Okay.
Oh, God, what a rush!
So, Vossa, you immediately notice... I've done several saving throws for the crew, just as a whole. Everyone on the crew seems to know what this is, and immediately stuffs like cloth in their ears. That a couple of them have like specific little plugs they just like pull out of a pocket and shove, so that they can't hear this song. Kaylin, you're entranced. In fact, no, hold on. You have advantage. But you rolled a 6 on both. You are entranced.
Would I know to cover other people's ears?
You... Given that everyone is sort of covering their ears immediately, you're not 100%... Well, you reckon that is probably something to do with it. You don't know whether you'd get to Kaylin in time as Kaylin begins to move. Kaylin, you are drawn towards the front of the ship. Specifically the front left.
I'm going to follow her.
Okay.
Xenophilius, come on.
Oh yeah, I guess I'm... Well, I don't know how it's affected me yet.
It hasn't. Kaylin is the only one that it's affected. The other two of you both saved.
Lovely. So
Yeah.
I guess I'll follow.
Okay.
I'll follow.
Can I try and, tackle her?
You can. Give me so that would be a grapple. Give me an athletics check, Vossa, against Kaylin's contested... You can choose athletics or acrobatics. Okay? If you both have the same number, Kaylin wins. Alright?
Okay.
I need to do a throw as well.
Yes. So
I really hope.
Kaylin, you can choose athletics or acrobatics. Your choice. Vossa has to be athletics.
Can I guide myself?
This would be an instinctual thing, unfortunately. This would just be like a reaching out to grab.
That's fine. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Roll. Oh.
So, I set... Rules as written.
No. Alex,
Rules as written. Nat 20s don't work on skill checks. However, I will say you have her this round.
Yes.
Okay?
Also, you rolled the same thing.
You did.
And one of us crit and one of us crit failed. That's so funny.
Yeah, that is true. You both got a 21 and a 4.
Yeah.
So.
Can Xenophilius not help as well? Or is he just hanging out, just watching?
No, I think I would very much enjoy the small rabbit jumping at the elf and winning.
Yeah, Vossa, you just about managed to get her, but like Kaylin is like wriggling and writhing. She needs to get to the front of the ship. All right. We'll roll initiative. At this point, Vossa, you'd be there, just grabbing onto Kaylin. I need initiative from everyone as a figure emerges from the front of the ship.
Well, I was hoping that we were going to have a civil war.
Across, like above the edge of the ship, on this left-hand side, head sort of off to the side, singing, is a woman. Like scrappy clothes, with long clawed hands, wings and feathers from both arms, and legs that turn into talons at their base.
A harpy?
Not just one.
Oh,
Another
no.
appears over by the right-hand side of the ship.
Are the rest of the crew going to help out?
You look around. This ship isn't equipped with weapons.
Alright.
Nor are the crew.
2, 3,
This is
5.
usually a cargo vessel that is not used to combat, and usually they avoid this kind of thing before it happens. They didn't manage to this time. So everyone else on the ship, having made their saves, begins to run, like, either pin themselves down to their position or run for safety.
Do they not have a duty of care towards
Can't we just run for safety as well?
You can if you want to.
because
Kaylin's.
we need to get Kaylin away!
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Let me just pull up the initiative sheet.
Is that just loose rope there?
That is loose rope, yes.
Sick.
Give me a second. I'm going to roll initiative for these guys. Ooh. They did not go well. And what's the initiative for Xenophilus? You didn't have your token selected. That's fine. Manually add it. There we go. So, the Vossa, you are the first to act. At the end of your turn, or if you do anything that requires your arms, like somatic components, you will let go of Kaylin. She's that slippery. Alright?
I'm using my whole entire body weight to keep her pinned down, and I am going to tie her to the post that has the rope.
Okay. It'll be your action to do that.
That's
Make
fine.
me...
Can I guide myself?
No. Guidance requires somatic components, doesn't it?
I don't know, does
I
it?
think so. If you look at the components for the spell, VSM, what does it require?
Verbal somatic.
So you can't guide yourself, because you need to do hand signals, and you're currently occupied. Alright? But you can make a... I think I usually use sleight of hand for rope tying. Because it's about manual dexterity.
Good. That's good for me.
Alright.
Oh my god, please, Lord. Okay,
18.
I'm happy with that.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm happy.
So, Kaylin, that will determine the difficulty for you to get out of this rope. Okay? You need to roll an 18 or higher in the future to break through, to get out of this rope. Alright? So, Fossa, you get Kaylin tied to the mast. And for the minute, she can't get out. Alright? That is your action. You have a movement and a bonus action.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think there's really anything that I can do. I think I kind of, just wanna sort of stay put.
Okay.
Like stay near where Kaylin is. Just still kind of, trying to keep a hold on.
Trying to keep her away from this harpy. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Then it is the harpies' turns. The one singing is going to just make their way slightly further onto deck and stay there singing, brandishing their claws at anyone who's near, but just keeps their mouth open singing for their turn. Alright. The other one Seeing you forcibly try to tie Kaelin to the mast, it's going to move 5, 10,
Oh,
15,
for
20,
God's
25.
sake. No! Hate her.
That is not enough. The claws reach out for Kaelin, but don't do any damage.
That's good.
Instead, the claws try and rifle through her bag, but can't get the clasp open.
Good.
Kaelin, it is your turn.
I'm guessing there's not a lot I can do.
So, you can repeat the saving throw at the end of your turn. But until the end of your turn, you'll essentially need to act however Kaelin would to try and get closer to the source of this singing.
Would she be able to untie herself at all? I don't know how she's tied up.
It's probably kind of like the quickest sort of wrap round you yank tie. So you might be able to untie it, or you could, again, acrobatics or athletics to try and break out or slip out.
I think I'll try and untie. I mean, I really
Okay.
don't want her to get free, but he does.
Give me a sleight of hand check then.
She got oh fuck! She's got quite.
Oh.
You've committed. That's what she's trying to do. You fumble. You fumble at the knots, but you can't quite get your hands in the right positions to try and untie it. You're pulling and pulling, and Voss's knot is just too good. All right. At the end of your turn, then, unless there's anything else you want to do, / can do.
I don't think there's anything.
I don't think there's anything else. Cool. You can make me another wisdom saving throw.
Come on, girl.
What do I need?
You don't know. But a 19 is enough.
Oh.
Kaelin, you find yourself, as you're scrapping at the ropes, why were you trying to get to this thing? And you realise that the music was enchanting you. And there's a harpy right next to you now. Which you hadn't noticed before, yeah. All right. Xenophilius, it's your turn.
Xenophilius uses Firebolt. He's just seeing his friend almost die. He's very sober from the weak alcohol from yesterday. And he's not happy. He just saw a bunny attack an elf. He's feeling happy and excited. He's gonna use.
Glad you're having a good time.
Adrenaline. He's like,
there's a fight to be had. There's a fight to be had.
There we go.
Xenophilius, the mast is currently between you and the harpy that's closest. So are you firebolting at that one, in which case you'll need to move, or are you firing at the one at the front?
The one that's closest to my buds.
Okay, make me an attack roll.
Which dice is that again?
D20 plus whatever your spell attack bonus is, which should be on your spell sheet.
Don't worry, it took literally ages to remember what mine was.
Yep. Generally, any roll, unless I specify a different one, will be a D20.
That is a 17?
Yeah.
17.
And then what? Is it the DC 11 or is it the D110 fire?
Firebolt should be an attack rather than a saving throw.
I'm just gonna go feed the cat.
That's fine.
Are you thinking of your spell save DC?
I think I'm just looking at spells and it's saying it's under Firebolt.
Under Firebolt, where? I can't see a DC 11 on there.
Dylan, is your spell save DC 11? Is that what you're thinking of?
It is. Yeah,
I mean,
there's no mention of a DC 11 on Firebolt. It's just the attack plus whatever your attack bonus is, which is at the top right of that sheet, which is 3 for you, I think.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'll need to roll a 1d10 plus 3.
Yes, so you definitely hit with a 20 to hit. So a 1d10 for the damage plus 3. Oh, in fact, does it add... No, it doesn't add anything for Firebolt. So it's just 1d10.
12.
So D10 is the one that kind of looks like a UFO. Yes. 6. Alright. So the Firebolt hits it, sort of clips off its wing a little bit. It looks over to you and just hisses like, "Sister, we've been had!"
Yeah.
How about thee, fiend?
Alright.
The echoing went amazing there.
Oh, it's almost like it's intentional. It was planned for this moment.
Exactly, there you go.
Alright, anything else on your turn then, Xenophilius?
I've moved and had an attacked. No.
Yes. Yeah, I don't think you've got anything that's a bonus action, so I think you're good. Alright, in which case it is the crew's turn with Vossa up next. There we go, crew's turn. So, this one is going to retreat down here, because he's not technically needed. This one's going to retreat, as is this one. This one is going to technically come round here and just make sure you guys are okay. These two run to their stations over by the secured goods to try and defend them. This one secures himself to the mast and just stays exactly where he is. And this one dashes to the engine. I think that one I said was fleeing. Cool. So we've got 3 that are running very obviously for the lower decks, and then like minimal manned stations. There's a couple of people up in the rigging as well, but they are sort of making their way up higher so that they're further away from the harpies. All right, Vossa, is your turn with the harpies up next.
I'm gonna go here.
Yep.
Yeah. And
Okay.
fire an arrow.
All right, make me an attack roll.
Oh my god. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna rapier her.
You're gonna get closer and stab. Okie dokie.
I forgot because I was far away on my last turn. Did I? I hate it when instead of minimizing my character sheet, I close it. There we go. Yeah, so I'm gonna rapier her.
Okay.
Let's go, babes.
14.
Yep.
AC. Does hit.
Sick.
Roll me some damage.
Ooh,
11.
boy.
Wow.
Is that correct?
That is...
Is it done
1d8.
plus 5?
1d8 plus 3.
It's done plus 5.
For the attack roll, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get plus 5 for the attack roll because it's your dex plus proficiency. The
No,
damage
that's fine.
you just got maximum damage.
I was looking at the plus 5.
Yeah.
And I thought that no, that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing! Good. Oh my god, I'm good at fighting, you guys.
Yep. She takes a solid stab to the just looks at you in the eye and looks back to Xenophilius.
Oh.
Ooh.
Vossa, anything else with your turn?
I do not think so. Oh. But I'm just gonna have a look-see.
Kaelin,
Nah.
be having a thought for after the harpy's turn, alright?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
You're good? Cool. So it's the harpy's turn then, with Kaelin up next. The harpy will turn... The one up at the front stops singing. Just calls out, "Grab what you can, sister! We'll get out of here!" And begins to sort of fly up and sort of towards the back of the ship, just because it's easier to fly that direction. That harpy moves away from you with the sword pointing at her, Vossa, and towards Xenophilius. It's like, "Play with fire, will you? That's dangerous." And dashes for you.
For me, for you as in Xenophilius.
For Xenophilius, yeah. That... 13. Could you make me a dexterity check to contest against hers? I didn't have you do this, Kaelin, because you were tied to a mast at the time. Now, Xenophilius.
Yep.
Oh, God.
You're the one that's been carrying all of the wreckage pieces, aren't you?
Oh, no!
Hang on. No, Wildstorm has something.
I
Oh my God, it is Wildstorm.
don't think...
No. The power source yesterday from last week was given to Wildstorm.
Was given to Wildstorm. Okay, so Xenophilius.
Not Phileas has.
I don't have anything.
Let me have a look through your sheet.
You did have something, I think, but
So,
I'm not sure if I've written that down.
Xenophilius definitely had the first piece, the piece you brought to Wavemeet. For some reason in my head I had it that he had the second one. Okay.
Callahan had some of it.
Yes, I think he gave it back.
It would have gone to me then.
Yeah. Okay, Xenophilius.
Wait. I don't know, because I carried the barrel to them, but I think we gave it to someone else afterwards.
Yeah, we gave it to them.
Gave it to Wildstorm. Alright, I'll take it on your notes, because I think you've made more comprehensive notes than I have. In which case, Xenophilius.
Mm-hmm.
She rushes past you. And Yep, so she reaches, grabs for you, rushes past. And it's only too late that you notice your gold pouch in her hand. She has all of your money currently in her hand.
It's like 100 and something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we'd better
20 platinum.
Hop in.
20 platinum, that's 200 gold. Straight off.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well.
Alright. That
no,
is her turn, though.
I very much enjoy the idea that she stole my thing and then just stopped and then looked at Kate feeling to then.
Have I noticed her take the gold?
Yes, you would have seen that.
Right, I ain't having that shit.
I'm really sorry, but you are still currently tied up.
Yes, you are.
Fucking Christ.
Because you haven't actually escaped yet.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna shoot her. But is it gonna be my turn to get out? Is that gonna take up?
It will take your action, yeah, to escape. So unless you've got something with a bonus action.
Were you gonna... You're a druid, aren't you?
Nope.
Oh, never mind.
I lost my bone. Yeah, I can be used to dash, disengage, or hide.
Yeah, which don't really apply to this situation, unfortunately.
I wanted to shoot it.
So,
I mean, I'll escape.
yeah,
What it's doing.
but obviously you won't be able to necessarily do that.
What do I need to roll and get out?
It will be, again, a contested athletics or acrobatics against that DC, which was 18.
Really sorry.
It's alright. You had to stop her from the first effect. It's what happens.
I protected you too well.
You're not able to get through it, unfortunately. Someone else can take an action to untie you, and they won't need to make the check, but because you're the one that's tied, you need to check for it, I'm afraid. Alright. Okay, Xenophilius, then it's your turn, with the crew and then Vossa following up.
Firebolt.
I don't know if Firebolt or Crossbow would be a better thing here.
Firebolt.
Up to you. Which one has the higher to hit bonus?
I mean, it took quite a hit from Vossa, didn't it? So
yes, it did.
It's gonna... If you can get it, it'll...
+3 attack. My light crossbow.
Oh, so it's the same either way.
Okay.
Which does more damage?
Or which
I think
can
probably...
do. Firebolt is a D10, so it's anywhere between 1 and 10. Your crossbow will add your dex automatically, so it will have a higher minimum, but might have a smaller maximum.
My dexterity is 1.
So it'll be automatic 1 point. In fact, automatic 2 points because minimum on the dice will be 1. It'll probably cap out at like 7 or 9 then. So... your call.
Have you used your crossbow yet? It might just be...
He hasn't.
Xenophilius uses light crossbow.
Okay, yeah, you pull it out.
Which
Let
dice?
it loose. D20. Everything's a D20 unless I say otherwise, or if it's damage.
5.
5 plus your 3 is an 8, yeah?
And then 3.
For what, sorry?
For the...
You don't hit her.
Oh.
So you roll once. The reason
okay, then yeah.
The reason it rolls twice on there is because we've got it automatically to roll with advantage / disadvantage. So we always just use the left-hand one in that column unless you have advantage or disadvantage, in which case it's higher or lower number. So you don't need to roll twice in real life.
Well, no, I rolled 2 different dice, but I think I only need to roll one of them.
Yes, so you roll the d20 first to hit, and if that hits, you roll the damage die. Alright?
I need my second roll, it's fine.
You don't need your second roll. So unfortunately, you're still getting used to it. It's been a while since you fired one of these, probably, and the bolt just flies loose into one of the boards on the side of the ship. Alright?
Confounded!
Okay, anything else? Movement or...
I'm at least trying to, like, move closer.
Yeah?
But not in a way.
Not in a way,
Okay.
okay.
It'll have a turn if it doesn't.
You could get all the way to her.
Yeah, if you
I
get
don't wanna
if you get to
I don't want
her...
to get in the way. Anyone's way.
No, that's fine. People will change their path if you're in the way, so... yeah, if you get that close to her, if she tries to leave, you'll get the chance to attack her. In fact, thinking about it, Vossa, you also would have had the opportunity opportunity attacker when she left you for Xenophilius. So I'm happy for you to do that now.
I'm
if you want to
absolutely
spend your own
going
reaction.
to do that now.
Cool. So Vossa might have had an extra hit before she went for Xenophilius. Doesn't, unfortunately.
Can't win them all.
No. So you went for one just as the harpy dashed.
Yeah.
Cool. So Xenophilius, if it moves away from you, you'll get the chance to attack it again.
Lovely.
If you want to spend your reaction to do so. Okay?
Okay.
Get one of those per round, and if you use it, it comes back at the start of your next turn, I think.
Wait, what's a round and what's a turn?
So, a round, you see the turn order?
Yeah.
Yeah. A round starts at the highest number, ends after the lowest number. Alright? So top of the round will always be when we return to the highest number. Okay?
Okay.
Your turn is obviously your turn in that order. Alright?
Yeah.
Cool. So, it is the crew's turn.
Can I ask one of them to untie me?
You can call out, yeah. This one here will sort of... In fact, let me ping it. There we go. We'll sort of look over to Vossa for confirmation.
She's good.
And we'll just tug the rope. He's a seasoned sailor, so he'll pull the right rope to get you free, Kanan. Alright? And he will then proceed to tie a rope around his waist as well. To make sure that he's attached to the ship if anything goes bad. These guys are going to continue making their way across the ship to try and get under the deck. That one, in fact, makes it under deck.
Oh, goodbye.
And the others are, well, attached to their stations, as it were. Okay. Vossa, it is your turn. It is the Harpies next.
Hello.
Just
Do I get flanking?
Not from that angle, unfortunately. Xenophilius is not the other side.
Oh, annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Fine. What do I want to do? If I wanted to try and snatch the gold back...
That would be a contested dexterity sleight of hand check. With hers.
It would be my sleight of hand...
versus theirs.
Okay. Oh, God, I don't know what to do.
It's a valid tactic if you want to do it.
Yeah, I know. Oh, okay.
Or would Vossa just go for the stab?
I'm gonna... Oh my God, let's go for this. Let's go for the grab.
The grab, okay. Contested sleight of hand check then, please.
Okay. Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
So with a 7, Vossa,
Yeah.
you reach out just as they fumble the pouch and snatch it back off as she rolls a 4. Total. Like, there's a moment where the pouch is, like, in the air, and the momentum is almost, like, you think it's gonna sail off the edge of the ship, and you just grab it back by, like, a purse string and catapult it, like, back onto the ship. And she just looks at you like, have it! This was not worth it! Alright.
Got it. She's got it.
Yeah.
Wait, who's got it?
Vossa has it.
Can I attack as well if I try and escape? Right next to it?
So, on their turn, I'm assuming there's nothing else, Vossa.
I'm just clutching it so close to me.
Okay.
So close.
On their turn, they are going to take their action to disengage, which means foregoing attack so you can't attack them as they flee. Alright?
Fine.
As they leap off and sail away from the ship. And her sister flies over the wing to join her. Unless you want to do anything long-ranged, you can just let that be, but they seem to be on a trajectory away from the ship now.
If I was to attack them, would they come back?
You're not sure? What would Xenophilius do? They seem... They... Give me an insight check, actually, Xenophilius. This might be dangerous, but I feel like it depends entirely on what he picks up from this.
Inside.
Mm.
Inside.
Wisdom-based, which I think is your highest stat, so... 7. They're regrouping for another attack. Get them while they're gone.
Wait.
You've seen this tactic before.
Okay. Wait, it's not even my go. Wait, is my go? It is my technical go.
It's Kaylin's turn first, but it's your turn after. So Kaylin, you are free. The harpies are fleeing and do not have any of your possessions.
Do I know that they're regrouped?
No, that was Xenophilius.
That was Xenophilius' insight check. Xenophilius seems to be like... well, how would Xenophilius express that?
I think they're going round for another attack! On guard!
Kaylin, make me an insight check. Make me an insight check, Kaylin. Up to you. Yeah. Make me an insight check to see what you pick up from them and from him.
She's down for it.
Oh no! Wow, everyone with the rolls today.
Also,
we are not very bright.
And I think she would have wanted to attack anyway because she's pissed off.
Yeah.
So regardless of fleeing.
Yeah, as far as you're aware, you have no idea whether they're actually fleeing or whether they're regrouping, but you're annoyed.
I think even if they were fleeing, I'd be like, right. I'm going to go for the one that's the most damaged. I can't remember which.
It is the one over here.
And obviously I'm going to go for a bow.
Yeah, that's fine. Do you want to get any closer or just stay back?
Would getting closer give me any...
It wouldn't give you any mechanic advantage, I don't think. You have a range on your bow, which if they're within the minimum range, you can fire without disadvantage.
How do I find out?
So the range on the attack should be like 2 different numbers with a slash between. I think.
Where?
Let me check your sheet, see if it's on there.
What are you looking for?
The range of my bow.
Because we didn't add yours manually, we added it from the compendium, so it should automatically...
So range
80/320. So as long as you're shooting something with like 80 feet range or lower, you can shoot without disadvantage. If it's something within 320 feet, you can still fire at it, but you'll have disadvantage if it's further than 80 feet.
So I'm good where I am.
You're good where you are, yeah.
Go.
Alright, make me your attack roll.
Doesn't it hit, does it?
A 10 does not, unfortunately. And you don't have advantage on that. That would have sailed straight off the side. I'm sorry. Alright. Anything else then? I don't think you've got anything else you could do on a bonus action in this situation.
I'm just quite annoyed with myself.
Xenophilius then.
Uses Fireball.
Fireball, okay. not to Pokemon this stuff, but when are you going to run out of PP for that move?
Soon.
Never, because it's a cantrip.
18.
18 will hit.
It's pretty cat. It did like move it.
It is an 18.
Yeah. Plus your spell attack bonus would be a 21. So. You don't add anything to the damage, I don't think. What does it say? A 1. Oh no. So you managed to clip it.
And stay out!
Yeah, just that little bit of singeing at one of the back feathers that you see it wobbles in the air slightly from it. Okay. The crew then are going to continue on their routes. Some of them make it under the deck again. Okay. And the others are just manning their stations. Oh, in fact, the one that I had the turn on has gone underground, under deck, so it's disappeared from the turn order, but I know where it is, so I will let you know. Vossa, your turn.
I'm gonna insight check. Are they really gonna come back?
Yeah, make an insight check. They are absolutely fleeing for their lives. You put up way more of a fight than they were expecting from you guys, from a ship with no weapons. So they are just fleeing to survive.
Guys, we're good.
I think Xenophil is scary. He's an old man who got very angry.
Xenophilius. I have your money.
Oh, thank you, dear.
They're going away now.
I think they're going away.
You scared them away. And now we're safe.
Well, that reminds me of my time when I was in the tournaments and I used to scare people all the time. I am very
Why
scary.
don't we go below deck and you can tell me more about that?
Oh, I can tell you all about those tournaments, I can. I've been in a tournament.
Just place his pouch like, there you go.
Yeah.
Got a little pouch, there it is.
Yeah, the harpies glide away while you're sort of talking with Xenophilius, and then just pull their arms in and go into a fall straight into the cloud bank. So you guys can no longer see them.
Oh, I know that move. I do that all the time.
A second or two pass, and the ship itself comes out over the top of the cloud bank, over open sea again. And the harpies stay within the cloud.
No.
Hamita makes her way up the stairs. Like, everything all right? I heard a commotion.
Everything's good now. Thanks to our little bunny friend.
This has been far more eventful than I'd hoped. Oh.
Well, at least you know we earned our passage.
Yes, this is true. Again, I'm afraid we don't have much more to offer you, but we can at least have a feast.
A feast sounds
I'm going to say no to a feast.
All right. As she says that, Vossa, you see a faint glowing from inside your bag. Faint blue glow.
I'm going to check it out.
Cool. As you flop it open, the stone that Tenacity gave you is glowing blue.
Ooh. Hey guys, I got a text.
And as you pick it up and tap it, you hear Tenacity on the other end. Are you all right? I've not heard anything from you yesterday.
We were getting drunk.
hat back.
I mean, Kaylin wouldn't say that.
Do I have a limit?
Sending stones, I think, don't. I'm not 100% sure, though.
Well, Alpha doesn't know this, so she's gonna try and make it short and all good here. Survived harpy attack. Gonna feast now.
Yeah. So you... Yeah,
Lots of
so
love.
you basically can send...
Oh, well. Lots of love.
Yeah. So as standard with the sending stones, when you touch it, you can cast the sending spell from it. So it's a limit of 25 words, and usually it's once a day. But I don't want that. I'm going to say that is essentially you can 25 words until the conversation is finished. You know.
Yeah. So all good now. Just survived harpy attack. Gonna feast. Talk later. Love you.
You get a message back. Okay, not using teleport then. Good to know. We'll see you when you arrive.
Hey guys, did we tell Tenacity we were getting the airship back?
No, we just went on it. It was an impulse decision. I do a lot of these days. My tense is mixed up.
Next time we should tell her.
You'll figure it out.
All right.
Honestly, I forgot I had that, so...
Yep.
It is
Tenacity
not
didn't forget.
my inventory.
I will make sure that it's with you before next game.
Oh, I was just gonna add it now.
I'll want to make a couple of tweaks to it when I add it. So.
Oh, okay. No, that's fine.
All right. Cool. So yeah, you get that through essentially.
Cool.
Cool. So you settle down to a feast in the afternoon with some of the crew that you defended. It's a nice enough meal. They find all of the special stuff. There is actually some sweet stuff that they'd found because they know where all of the stuff is. There's limited amounts, but there is some sort of like small dry sweet cakes, that sort of thing. The rest of the day passes pretty uneventfully. Other than that, you pass Bricklewhite, a larger city than Tavernsby, but nothing unusual about it. Just sort of sprawled out across like a flat of land adjacent to the sea. As you come to the end of the day of travel, you can see fasting docks in the distance. A small trading town, which obviously if you've been to, you know, is fairly sort of humdrum. It's fairly... It doesn't make a show of itself. Yeah.
Modest.
There's no tourism to this town particularly. But that's roughly where you are towards the end of the second daylight travel. All right. During the third day, you wake, passing over Runswick. Vossa, you awake to that sending stone glowing again.
Yes.
Okay. You get the message as you tap it. Vossa, new job. Your companions cut off hideout of smuggling gang who are moving north. Cut them off, 1,500 gold.
Hey guys, do you know anything about a smuggling gang?
No, but I heard 1,500 gold. Wait.
Do we know anything?
Kaelin, that would immediately snap to your mind as Tenacity's probably referring to the bandit hideout that you took the amulet back from to give to Pep on your first adventure with these guys.
Okay, yeah.
Are we far?
You don't know. All she said so far is that they're heading north, I think she said.
But if does Kaelin know where their base is?
Kaelin would know where their base in Aetherfall was, but
okay.
you guys didn't find any details about anywhere else they would go. So
I'm gonna reply and say we're in
Runswick.
Where were they last seen?
Runswick was the last place was the place you're passing over this morning.
So can she tell us how they're like traveling?
Send a message back to her, yeah. If you,
so I'm replying saying we're in where were they last seen?
Okay.
How are they traveling?
All right. You get the message back. Grey wagon. Travelling north. Tip-off came this morning. Left late yesterday. Probably past Lee Barrow by now. Sounds like you're in the perfect location. Keep an eye out. Capture. Oh no, she wouldn't say capture. Detain.
Okay.
Would be the word.
So I'm going to go find our good host friends and let them know that we are doing this.
All right. Hamita, I'm assuming Hamita you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the ship stopping? Or are we going to have to travel all the way back?
Hamita, if you're talking to her about it, the ship was not planning to stop. We can stop temporarily, but we'll need to know that it's the right carriage if you're stopping someone. First, I can take you closer in the airskiff. There is one attached to this ship.
Let's get on the airskiff then, guys.
It's a bit disconcerting because to get onto the airskiff, it's in like a sub room on the bottommost deck, a deck below you, and it's kind of like it's a hangar door in the side of the ship.
Okay.
That opens outwards. The airskiff itself is attached by chains to the roof of this room, and you have to kind of clamber through a porthole out onto the airskiff. It is attached to the side of the wall as well by a chain, and the hangar door is closed, but you can see that it very much will open.
That's terrifying, but we'll do it.
Mm-hmm. She'll show you that first, because obviously you guys need to spot the correct carriage first.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she'll show you where you need to go once you know. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
That is where we're going to leave off today. Because we're getting late on for today and people have work in the morning.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So next time we're going to start off with you guys looking out for this wagon off the side of the ship as you run down the coast between Runswick and Aetherfall. Alright. Thank you very much for playing. Thank you very much anyone at home who's watching, either live or on YouTube. And we will join... Well, next week is definitely an off week. Watch our socials for more details in the upcoming weeks to see when we will jump back in. And we will see you then. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.